Welcome everybody's. Welcome to another episode of Minecraft Minigames with Nothins. This episode is about the parkour race run. Now, originally for this, I was going to do just a regular parkour track, but as I started thinking about it, I wanted to do something a little bit more redstone oriented. Of course, there's not really much you can do to add redstone with parkour unless you do race the redstone, and that just seemed a little bit stupid to me, so I ended up making this. It is a two-person parkour track, and what happens is you have one person stand over here. We'll just put an item down. It switches your game mode, and then the second person would stand over here. Pistons would go off. You'd have your lights tell you when to go, and then you start going through the track. Eventually the doors will close, and you race. And you don't fall. That also helps. Now, it is a very easy track, to say the least, mostly because of the simple fact that it is more of a race than a parkour track. So we didn't want it to be too challenging, but we wanted it to be enough that it may take one person longer than the other, and maybe not. We didn't want it easy enough so that an experienced parkour player could just blow right through it either. We had to put in a little bit of a challenge, and that usually comes right about through that lava pit and right here, because most people will probably just look here and just try to jump, which is possible, but you end up dying. But once you get so far, buttons here that load up and push up some pistons. If I can get up there, that block the player from going, maybe make it a little bit more challenging. You'll have these here, these pressure plates that shoot arrows, which will also damage you. And then from there on, it's just pretty much a final stretch. And then you have this button which activates the water, which can slow down the other player. Now, because of my recording software, I'm lagging quite a bit, but you see what it's supposed to do. And then you'd come down here, and you press your button, and whoever presses the button first wins. And it disables the second button. And the way that works is you got the wire coming in, it goes through this, and then it'll shut off this piston, and it'll shut off that piston. So any more presses of the buttons won't do anything. It'll go through, it will turn on a clock here, and then what that clock will do is then come up here, up through these lines, and it will run all the way back. And it will turn on these side lights for whoever pressed the button. And then there's also a reset back here, and the one problem with that is, with the reset, is the signal has to travel from way over here all the way to the back. Come back here, turn this torch on, which will turn anything on, and then eventually it will turn back off because it's a button, and then the signal has to go back, travel all the way back, and then turn off that light again to show that it's ready for the next race. It's pretty simple design. There is redstoning for the door. it just comes right up, and it goes into this. Both pressure plates, once somebody's on them, they'll come down and they'll go into this. As long as they are both off, on, it will turn this off, then it'll fix this, or not fix this, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little lost training track. But if both pressure plates have somebody stand on, they'll turn on, and this will get pushed, which will turn this off, and it'll turn this off. And once both sides done, this torch will get turned on, which will turn this, which will start sending the signal, open up these pistons, which will send the torch, and it will go down into this, which is what the lights are controlled from. Now this, because there's so much redstone going on and off here, it does cause a little bit of lag. That could be fixed. You would just have to move up the redstoning up a lot instead of just having it come out like this. But I kind of like the lag because it adds a little bit of a challenge. It doesn't matter how good you are, if there's lag, you're going to have a problem with it, and I like that. It tricks people up. Also, it's a half block, so you can't really jump up as high as you normally would because of that half block, but you can still jump, and it also messes people up quite a bit too. So, with that being said, there's not really else much to explain. If you want, you can leave a comment, like, subscribe, whatever you want. If you have any ideas for any mini games you'd like to see, if I can try and build, just let me know. I'll try my best, but no guarantees. I'm still learning with redstone, still practicing. And I will see you all later. Thanks for watching.